What's going on YouTube? KoD Foot here, bringing you another episode of KoD Foot Talks. I hope you checked out yesterday's video. We finally did our 200 subscriber Q&A. It was a lot of fun. It's always a good time sitting down with Faz, joking, bullshitting, answering random questions. Some of them were completely off the wall. I'm looking at you, Sleepy Turkey. I'm looking at you, Bungawung. Man, y'all had some fucked up questions. But they were fun. It was all in good fun. It was all laughs and jokes and shit, and I had fun with it. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you go back and check that out because it was funny, it was fun, good times were had. But let's go ahead and get started into today's topic. Today, I'm talking about drugs. The reason I'm talking about drugs, most of you know, yesterday was 420. That's the National Weed Smokers Holiday. And, you know, all your pothead friends were probably high as shit. All my pothead friends were high as shit, I know that. You know, it's just, it's a day that's just known for weed smoking. And I figured, well, why just talk about weed? I'm going to talk about all drugs. I may do a video later breaking them each down individually and talking about them one by one. But today I'm just going to cover them all. So, me personally, I personally believe that all drugs should be 100% legal. If you do something fucked up on those drugs, then yes, you should be in trouble for that. If you go out and you rob somebody, yes, get in trouble for robbing somebody. But you shouldn't be in trouble for the drug itself. You shouldn't be in trouble for possessing the drug. You shouldn't be in trouble for selling the drug, as long as it's a non-violent thing. You know, if you're going out and you're robbing somebody for their drugs, then yes, you get charged with robbery, not drug possession. If you go out and you are behind the wheel of a car where you're all hopped up on fucking speed and you mow down 15 little kids standing on their sidewalk, yeah, you go to jail for manslaughter, but not drugs. You know, I hope that makes sense. The way I feel about it is if you're not responsible with your drug use, that's on you. If I'm responsible with my drug use, why the fuck should I be punished for you not being responsible? That probably doesn't make sense to some people. And I'm not saying that I'm a drug addict. I'm not saying that I do drugs. I'm not condoning the use of drugs. I'm not saying that, you know, a teenager should be doing drugs or anything like that. But that's just my personal opinion. And I was raised around drugs. I've seen drugs my entire life. You know, from 5 years old. What's that smell? You know, and realizing later in life that it was weed, or walking into the kitchen, you know, and seeing lines cut out on the table and being told that it was sugar, and then realizing later in life, oh, that was cocaine, you know. And or seeing my cousin, I'll never forget my cousin flipping out over lightning bugs, and then thinking that the shower was raining cockroaches on him, which I later in life learned that he was tripping balls on acid. And I think all of that should be fully legal. Yes, it was wrong for them to have a child in that environment. Yes, it was wrong for a minor to be around that and see it. It was morally wrong. But should it be lawfully wrong? No, it shouldn't. Because I turned out alright. I didn't die. I grew up. I'm fine. And the way I feel about it is each person should be responsible for themselves. And especially people, you know, people are getting locked up over this shit. People are doing life. People are doing consecutive life sentences over a substance. But you're going to tell me that alcohol's legal? Alcohol kills hundreds of thousands of people every year. Be it cirrhosis of the liver, or dying in an automobile accident, or just drinking themselves into alcohol poisoning. Alcohol kills people. Cigarettes, nicotine, highly addictive drug. But it's fully legal. And, you know, yes, I vape now, but I was a 2-pack-a-day smoker. And smoking kills. It is proven that smoking will kill you. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have like a 95% chance of dying from some smoking-related illness from smoking cigarettes. But it's completely legal. Why is that? Because the people who have the money, the people who influence the government, they want it legal. If the people with money said that they wanted pot legal, it would have been legal years ago. But the prohibition on pot started because pot can be used for anything. You know, the hemp plant, the marijuana plant, it can be used for a whole range of things, between food, clothing. You can make all kinds of textiles out of it. You can make building material out of it. It has so many fucking uses to it. And it was a threat to the timber industry, because people were realizing that 1 acre of trees equaled about half an acre of hemp. And hemp grew back in 6 months, whereas trees took 6 years. So the timber industry was like, shit, we're going to lose a whole bunch of money. But we have a bunch of money now, so let me give it to a politician. And let me tell that politician, you need to make hemp and you need to make marijuana illegal. And that's where the prohibition on it started. And it's fucked up. You know, weed in general is a safe drug. There's never been one recorded overdose of it. There has been, you know, when you go see your weed dealer, you know, most of the time there's not a gun there unless you're dealing high-end shit, large quantities, and you're dealing with Mexican cartels. You know, most of the time, pot smokers are very peaceful, loving people, and they're quick to share their weed with you. They're quick to share a story with you. They're quick to share a laugh with you. But it has a stigma about it. It's looked at as the gateway drug. If you smoke weed one time, you're going to be addicted to crack in 5 years. Bullshit. Bullshit. I know plenty of potheads that, yeah, they've dabbled in other things. They've experimented with other things. You know, I have too. You know, it's life. It's part of growing up. Especially in the neighborhood that I grew up in. It's just part of what you did. And, you know, I'm not addicted to crack. I'm not addicted to coke. I have never done heroin. You know, it's all in your own self-control. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and comment below. Let me know how you feel about drugs. Make sure you check out my video on Thursday. And until next time, I'm KoD Foot. Later.